I wanted to start this video by doing something random, and I couldn't really think of anything, so that's what came out. The reason why I kind of wanted to do something unique and different for this video is because I've been gone for the last couple of days, and the last videos I recorded were kind of recorded before I left, and I'm like, I'm back. It's kind of like I'm re-energized, everything's great, so let's do something different. So that was my weird random thing to start this video. And now that it's done, we can get into the video. So, um, if you haven't been really following and don't look at the community section of my YouTube channel, then you don't really know what's been going on. So let me kind of briefly explain, then we can jump into the video. So I spent the last 4 days at my sister's because, well, of course it's great to see her and spend time with her, but mainly we went because, and I say we because my dad came and picked me up. So we went because one, it was my niece's birthday. She's now officially 7 years old, age of reason. And second of all, because my nephew was born 6 weeks ago, and this was the perfect timing to go visit him for the first time. So there's officially a new member to the SOOO clan. Well, he's Blanchette, but anyway, whatever. There's a new family member, and he's definitely very cute. If you go to the community section, you'll be able to see pictures of him and my niece. I posted a couple of those to kind of give you an idea of what it was like to spend the weekend. So that was my weekend. Nature, spending time with family, spending time with my niece, my sister, brother-in-law, my dad. Saw my uncle quickly too. Get to see my nephew for the first time, and apparently now I can't speak anymore because I'm so excited. So yeah, definitely a fun, mostly relaxing weekend, although I did get thrown up on, but you know, part of being around a baby. And something happened during the weekend that made me realize something and is the reason behind this video. And that was my mother's decision to not come while my father and I were there because I would be there. Now, if you've been following my story for a while, you know that, I don't know, maybe like 6 months ago, something like that, I realized my mother is incapable of respecting my beliefs. She has very, very strong opinions when it comes to the medical system, when it comes to any kind of disease. And she used to be a teacher, she's a conspiracy theorist, so it's very, very difficult for her to not try to convince other people that her opinion is right and yours is wrong. And 6 months ago or something like that, I realized that, and I'm like, it's not healthy for me to keep having a relationship with her. I need to put an end to that for my mental and physical health. And that's what I did, and I don't regret it. And I don't have any resentment or anger towards her. I don't regret anything that happened. In fact, I'm grateful for everything that happened because it made me into who I am now, and I'm really happy with who I am now, and I'm continuing to grow and evolve and everything. So no resentment from me towards her. But the last conversation we had, I could tell that from her perspective, she thought I was angry. She thought I was just lashing out and eventually I'd like change my mind and we could resume a relationship. But she also knows that it's like, you know, it's very difficult for us to be in the same environment, or at least it's difficult for her. That's the thing. At this point, like, I've let go of the relationship. I'm super comfortable being in the same room with her, having a conversation or like a casual conversation like I would with any other random person. Unfortunately, she is not. So she decided, you know what, it's better, it's easier for everyone if I just don't go, which I find kind of sad because, you know, you're not really punishing me, you're punishing my niece because, you know, it's her grandmother. I'm sure she would have enjoyed having her there for her birthday, but whatever. Not my decision. That's not the point of this video. The point is, having her choose to do that made me realize she's literally the only person in my entire life who has been unable to respect me, who has been unable to support me or encourage me during the last year of my life, as I've been dealing with everything related to cancer and my health and everything. She's been the only person who hasn't been able to be there for me. And realizing that made me realize how grateful I am for every single other person in my life. First of which, my wife. It's been almost 2 years since we started dating, And I know this situation has been very difficult for her. The long distance, the fact that, I mean, the language barrier for a while, even though my Spanish is getting way, way, way better than it used to, all the things to do with immigration, all the things to do with my health, and all the complications. She's been there through all of it. And she's always been very encouraging and supportive and loving. And I'm just so lucky to have her and so grateful. And that's why I keep saying she's my cure. Without her, I would have no reason to keep fighting. And I'm just so grateful to have her in my life. She is amazing. And that's why I'm very protective of her. That's why in one of my recent videos, I'm like, I will fucking destroy anyone who comes after her. It's because she's the most amazing, most important person in my life. So I'm incredibly grateful to have her. But not just her. Same for my dad. Like, I've seen him multiple times in the last couple of weeks, spent a lot of time with him. And he's told me at least twice, you know, I'm really proud of everything you've been doing, all the decisions you've been making. You're doing what is right to you. I believe you're doing the right thing. Keep doing what you're doing. You're getting better. I believe in you. You will get better. If you need anything, let me know. I'm always here for you. And given the fact that my dad has and I have always kind of had a more superficial relationship, I know he's always there for me. I know he loves me and everything, but we've never had a very deep relationship. And just the fact, like, he's there for me no matter what, I'm incredibly grateful for that. Same thing for my sister. Like, my sister and her husband, her brother, or my brother-in-law, literally let me stay with them for 7 months. Didn't have to pay rent, nothing. Like, they were there for me in a way that, like, I don't know if I can ever repay it. I don't know if I can ever be there in that way for them. And I'm incredibly grateful for that. And she's like one of the closest people in my life. We have a lot of in common because, we both went through the same thing growing up. And I'm just so grateful to have her in my life and for everything she brings to my life. Same for my brother-in-law. Same with my niece. I got to spend a lot of time with her when I was living with her. And now we have a much closer relationship. I'm just grateful I got to meet my nephew. And even though he's just a baby, and yeah, he did throw up on me, but whatever, it's cool. It's all part of the journey. Like, I'm just so glad that I got to see him, and I'm glad I'll get to have a relationship with him. And I'm just so grateful for that. I got to see my uncle. He was like the cool uncle growing up. I always wanted to be like him. And he's always been like my favorite uncle. I'm just like, it was really nice to see him again. And, same for my friends. Like, my best friend who lives not too far from here, when I was living with my sister, every 3 weeks I had to come for my treatment. He would let me stay with him. He would come with me to the treatments, to the hospital. His wife is, doing a fundraiser at the moment to raise funds to do research for my type of cancer. That way we can help other people who are going or will go through what I'm going through. And it's like, they're such amazing people. Like, he's my brother. She's like my sister-in-law. Same with like 2 other friends, like one in the US, one in Malaysia. Like, they're like my sister and my brother, and like we speak regularly. And I'm so grateful to have them in my life. And, my mother's decision not to come made me realize, like, I'm so lucky to have all those amazing people in my life. And of course, last but definitely not least is every single person, every single one of you watching my videos. Like, in the beginning, for the first 9 months, I think, I would just share this as a video journal. I'd get like a dozen views if I was lucky. And now there's literally like hundreds, sometimes thousands, even for one video, it's like tens of thousands of people who have watched my videos. Some people have gone out of their way to comment and, say such supportive and nice things, to share their stories of them or their loved ones. To, some people even pray for me. Some people have donated to the GoFundMe my friend created for me when I was first diagnosed. And the fact that, like, complete strangers who just stumbled across one of my videos, started watching, and they found that what I was sharing, what I was going through, was valuable enough that they would go out of their way to comment, to encourage me, to pray for me, to donate money, whatever it is. It's just like, it just blows my mind and make me, first of all, so grateful. But second of all, it's just such a nice reminder to realize, like, there are so many amazing, so many great people in the world. Like, it doesn't matter that 1%. Like, as an example, my mother. I have nothing against her. It's just like, some people aren't right for you. She's not right for me. And it's like, why would we waste time on people like that when there's so many amazing people in the world? So I just want to say to anyone who's watching, anyone who isn't watching, anyone who's somehow connected to me, I'm just incredibly grateful for you. I just, I really appreciate you. You're amazing human beings. Thank you for existing. Thank you for being in my life. And I will always continue to do whatever I can to reciprocate, to provide value, whether it's entertainment, motivation, whatever you get from my videos. I will continue to do that for as long as I can. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.